Hi cousins and welcome back to my channel. My name's Alicia J and I'm the host of the Sunday Reset podcast where we talk about faith and self-care tips every single week. This is a follow-up to the video I posted on Wednesday about loving yourself. And I'll have one more follow-up video which will talk to you about boundary setting and going through a whole guide about how to set them, how to keep them, and when to modify them based off of your emotional needs and what you actually need in life in general. But this week is called Stop Lying to Yourself. Your feelings are valid. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as this video does get pushed out to people just like you. And then if you're not new here, welcome back. But as always, cousins, you're growing and you're glowing always, and I do love this look on you. But let's go ahead and get started. So our weekly scripture is going to be coming from Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22, and it says, "A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones." I don't know about you, but I don't need no dry bones. I definitely need to make sure that these bones, these joints is working the way they need to. But no, in all seriousness though, a merry heart does good like medicine. So a happy heart, a happy mind, a clear mindset is good for your spirit ultimately. But a sad, a broken one that you're not tending to, trying to mend, trying to heal, you're no good. Like, it's just dust. Basically, dry, brittle bones. Where are you going to be able to walk to if you don't have the structure that you need to be able to move forward through those opportunities? And I'm talking about walking metaphorically. But when you deny yourself your feelings, you're denying yourself the opportunity to grow. You're denying your opportunity to heal yourself, the opportunity to heal. You're ultimately just crushing your spirit. So we're going to talk about 4 different ways that you can allow yourself that space to really acknowledge your feelings. I know a lot of times, like, especially for me, I'm going to really just speak about myself. Like, I love to like show up like strong and being able to be flexible. I feel like those are really some characteristics that I really do have, but I feel like sometimes society just makes it feel like I have to like expand, increase, or like really exaggerate those character traits a little bit more, because people talk down on people that are weak. People talk down on people that are vulnerable. People talk about people even when they make the smallest mistakes. And I don't necessarily I mean, who wants to be talked about? But I don't necessarily want to encounter that kind of situation. So I do find myself putting on like, I don't know, like a mask sometimes that allows me to seem like I'm stronger than what I am, right? Because I'm denying my feelings, I'm denying the emotions, the stresses that I would be going through in a particular situation. This is just me talking, right? But number one, that's the first step. Like for me, acknowledging my feelings without judgment is going to be important. It's going to be important for anybody, honestly, but knowing that it's okay for you to be not okay. And that could be like if you're sad, if something happened and you're sad about it. It could be if something happened and you're mad about it. Like it doesn't matter. If something is bothering you, it's okay for you to acknowledge the fact that it's bothering you. If you made a mistake and you feel bad about it, like you don't have to like beat yourself up into like this, I don't know, depressive state, or like you're trying to overcompensate because you're thinking about the mistake like multiple times out of the day, like obsessing over it. You don't have to do that, but you should acknowledge, your mistake or whatever, if you made the action that you took or whatever. But you should definitely acknowledge your emotions and allow yourself that opportunity to feel that. But piggybacking off of what I had originally stated, um, and how I feel like I put up a mask sometimes about being stronger than what I actually feel in that moment. I think that a lot of people can relate to that because they don't want to seem weak or vulnerable, or open to, like, have an open weakness. Um, but that doesn't allow me to grow in the way that I need to, because if I don't recognize that my sadness or my anger or my disappointment, if I don't recognize those things, I won't be able to realize or recognize what's sitting right in front of my face, which is my opportunity, my stepping stone to move forward in my life, on my path, on my purpose. I would literally be blinded by my feelings and emotions because I can't, like, your mind literally just can't do more than one thing at once. Like, you're thinking about these feelings or you're thinking about suppressing them so that you don't have like an emotional outburst or a blow up or whatever you want to call it, that you can't even really focus on the tasks that are going to get you to where you need to be. So that's why it's really problematic for you not to address your feelings and emotions. Second thing I want to tell you about, so the first one was acknowledge without judgment. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah, you apply that to yourself. But the second one is to give yourself permission to heal. I think that for me, this one is like, I think I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with this piece of it because, like, I had, I went through my divorce and everything like that. That was definitely a large event for me to kind of heal after, because it was really my first major relationship. We were together for almost 8, 9 years or whatever. But um, yeah, it was really just a difficult time because I didn't want to acknowledge the way that I felt about the situation, or the way that I felt like I contributed to the situation, or the way that I felt like the outcome could have been different had X, Y, and Z happened, but it didn't. Um, and so I just felt like at the end of the day, there wasn't anything for me to necessarily heal from. I just needed to do better. But I know that sounds so crazy, but like, hopefully I'm making sense. Like, I just felt like it was what it was. So me crying about it or me even thinking about it wasn't going to change anything. And I should just move on with my life, basically. Um, and so I didn't really give myself time to like really heal from that initially until like I blew up, right? I'm laughing because it's kind of like I'm just trying to be real, trying to be transparent. And my last video, my very last video, I talked about at the very end my HOT method, which is basically hunger, optimism, and transparency. This video basically entails how you can be transparent with yourself so that you can be transparent with others, and that's important also. But yeah, I had to give myself permission to heal. And what does that look like? That looks like literally sitting with yourself, sitting with those emotions. I had to write them out. I had to let myself know, like, it's okay for me to feel betrayed or disappointed or sad, even, or grieve the relationship that I lost. It was very important for me to take the time out to really acknowledge, like, number one, the relationship is over, right? Number two, it doesn't matter what I did, it doesn't matter what he did. Like, reflecting on the fact that, yes, no decisions or nothing could be made to fix the situation, but understanding that I did everything I could, right? And then number 3, that nothing is wrong with me. Like, and nothing's wrong with him, but I'm just saying, like, nothing is wrong with me. Sometimes you're just not with your person when you think it is. But I had to give myself like those reality checks so that I could begin the process of healing and moving forward. Number 3 is setting boundaries based on your needs. This is going to be hard to do if you don't even do step 1, which is acknowledging that your feelings are there without judgment. You won't be able to set a proper boundary if you don't even understand where you are, like, in the first place. So, like I said, next week I will put in, or the next video rather, I will put a full guide together about how to set a proper boundary and how to enforce that and how to gauge your needs and everything like that. But that'll be the third one. You need to, like, once you heal, you don't want to put yourself in a place to where you can revisit those emotions or sorry, I just got a text where you can where you can revisit those emotions, or you open yourself up to having a negative experience again in that manner, um, with that person or with someone else, um, or in that same kind of situation. So that's going to be important. And then the last thing is creating a safe space for yourself, or finding a safe space for yourself. So a safe space honestly should be with yourself, but also you can have a safe space with someone else, an outside, a third party, a friend, a lover, partner, whatever, um, church member, volunteering. Like, you just need to find a safe space, somewhere where you can go and really, like, recenter yourself when you are feeling these chaotic emotions, um, like anger and depression, or like dissatisfaction, sadness, whatever. You want to be able to feel that, but then also recenter yourself, bring yourself back to like who you really are, right? So creating that safe space where there's not any judgment, where you can be yourself like 100%. um, that'll help you be able to acknowledge your feelings, and most importantly, make sure that you know that your feelings are valid, your feelings are important, but it's how we mitigate those and how we navigate through those situations that really determines a person's strength. Um, and just remember, like, your feelings are your guide, not your enemy. While we shouldn't be making life decisions, major life decisions, based off of feelings alone, some of our feelings, like people say, like a woman's intuition or that gut feeling, like you should listen to those because it can help guide you into the right direction. But honestly, um, like your feelings are not your enemy. Like, you really you need to be able to feel in order to be human. Like, if you don't have feelings, then you're just AI. So you're a robot. So yeah, stop lying to yourself. Okay, you gotta be transparent. So that way you can have the opportunity to grow. That's really what I wanted to leave you guys with. Again, that was Proverbs 17, verse 22. Next week we're talking about boundaries and a guide. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is basically the end of the video. Um, I forgot what else I was about to say for a second, but I guess it's the end. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You're growing and you're glowing always, cousins, and I love this look on you. Bye.